Hello and welcome back. In this video, I will be talking about the one quality that you need for success. I will be talking about this quality. I'll share with you what this quality is. I'll explain to you why I think this quality is important. And not just that, I'll also share with you how you can incorporate this quality into your life. So, let's get started. So, which is this quality that I'm talking about? The one quality that you need for success. I see a lot of people talking about the qualities that are needed for success. They mention qualities like intelligence, an inborn talent, and several other things. But I notice that this one quality that I'm going to talk about is kind of overlooked. Not a lot of people are talking about it. And that one quality is perseverance. Yes, perseverance. What does perseverance really mean? Let's look at the textbook definition. Perseverance means continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. Now that's some definition. It's a beautiful definition. I love it. Let's break it down a little. The first part, continued effort to do or achieve something. If you are trying to achieve a goal which is meaningful, which means something to you and also to the people around you, it's definitely not going to happen in a matter of a few hours, not even in a matter of a few weeks, not even in months. It might take years to get there. So the real question is that are you willing to keep on putting in the effort till the point you reach to your destination? That's the real question. Are you willing to put in the continued effort? But that's not it. The definition has a second part as well. Despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. Despite difficulties. Yes, you will keep on putting in the effort, but it's not going to be easy. There will be several difficulties in your path. And why shouldn't any difficulties be in your path? Because as you go towards a meaningful goal, there will be difficulties. It's not going to be a cakewalk. Let's say your goal is to build a business of your own. You're trying to set up a startup. But think about this. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very, very difficult. Otherwise, don't you think every single person would be setting up a big company? But difficulties are not the only thing. There would be failures as well. You might not make it at your first attempt. You might not even make it in your second attempt. So the question is, after all these failures, will you stop putting in the effort? Will you shut up shop and go back home? That's the real question. Also, it's not just difficulties and failures that will try to stop you. There will be opposition as well. In the case of building a company, setting up a successful startup, there would be competitors. These competitors will be fighting with you to earn a place in the market. And not just that, you might face opposition from your own people also. Your family might not be in line with your plans. Your friends might demotivate you. Your colleagues might not have to say good things about your aspirations, about your goals. All these are oppositions. So the question is, what would you do in case you have these oppositions? Many people say to themselves that if so many people are against this idea, maybe it's not a great idea. But there are only few people who say that let's do it. I will do it despite all this opposition. I might have to move against the tide in this case. I might have to oppose a lot of people that I love, but I know that I really, really, really want to do this. So the definition is continued effort to achieve or do something despite difficulties, despite failures, despite opposition. And this is why I think perseverance is the quality that all successful people will have. Because anything meaningful will not happen in a short period of time. It would need continuous effort. And it would not happen without difficulties, without failures, and without opposition from other people. That is going to be the case. There is no other way. Now, how do you incorporate perseverance into your own life as you go in pursuit of your dreams, in pursuit of your goals? How do you do that? I have a two-part suggestion for this. Number one, you must select your goals wisely. You must not choose something which is trivial. This goal, this dream must mean something to you. It should fill up your heart whenever you think about this dream. Because if it's something trivial, if it does not mean a lot to you, you would stop putting in the effort very soon. You will not keep on putting in the effort. Even with a very little amount of difficulty, very little opposition, you would just stop doing it. But if the goal means something to you, if your heart, if your soul wants to go in that direction, you would not stop despite all the difficulties, despite all the failures, despite all the opposition. So it's very important that you choose your goal wisely. It has to mean something to you. And secondly, I want you to convert this goal, the goal that you have selected, the one that means something to you, into the number of hours that you are willing to put in towards that goal. Let's say you want to learn to play the guitar and it means something to you. So I want you to convert this goal of yours into the number of hours that you are willing to put in towards this goal. Let's say you're willing to put in 100 hours. If that's the case, you forget about getting to your goal of becoming a good guitar player. You just focus on practicing for 100 hours on the guitar. This could mean you look at a tutorial on YouTube and see how you are going to learn to play the guitar. Or it could also mean you take up a class where an instructor would teach you how to play the guitar. But will putting 100 hours make you a good guitar player? Not sure about it. Maybe not. But what it will do is give you a very basic understanding of this world. What does it mean to play the guitar? You would learn all the basics of this field. And maybe after putting in the 100 hours, you would realize that you would need 100 more hours. And once you know that, your next goal would be to put 100 more hours into the activity. And in this way, you would translate your goal into the effort that you are going to put towards your goal. The problem a lot of people have is they are so worried about the fact that whether they are getting towards their goal or not, they don't put in the effort. They stop putting in the effort. They are so overwhelmed. They are so overwhelmed that they can't even act. And this is one thing that stops a lot of people. And I don't want you to do that. Instead, I want you to be very clear around the effort that you are going to put in towards your goals. So, as I end this video, remember, perseverance is the quality that you need to get to your goals. If you can burn this in your head, you must burn it. Perseverance, the continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failures, or opposition. Perseverance will get you there. Wish you all the best. Until next time, this is your friend John, signing off.